at the Bible, we oftentimes think that the inner room is a room in your house. That's the physical room, and that is an inner room, but the inner room is within you.
Yes, sir.
And so if there is no inner room developed on the inside of you, how can you walk into a room with power? Because the power needs to come from within. But if there's no power on the inside of you, with what are you walking into the room? The room can often be very dangerous in the room. There can be things, listen, when we run into rooms because of opportunities. Without us knowing, there is an opportunist in the opportunity. As much as there is life for you when they call you and say there's a room waiting for you with your name on, it can be a death sentence too. But because we think to ourselves, no, I gotta live the best life I have to live, I'm just gonna run in every room. And that is where you kill yourself. Because the Bible too says that you give will make, I'm not arguing that. But it's time that you become spiritual mature and understand that before I enter the room, I need to make sure that I have what it takes. I'm going to go to David. David understood the power of what to have in a room. Before David went to the palace, he was first he equipped himself for the palace without him knowing. You see, your character will get your foot in the door. But what is on the inside of you will keep you in the room. But don't be fooled by a gift and a talent in the room, because there's powers that you need to break in that room. You see, oftentimes we enter rooms for comfort and because it's nice there. But there comes a time and there comes a season in your life where that room can't possibly destroy you. I wasn't going to go there, but let me just say this, then I'm done. I want you to walk out of this place tonight thinking that the next room I step into is going to be a room that God's going to do something in my life, something bigger than I ever imagined. Now wait a minute, let me say this and then I'm done. If we look at it, Paul and Silas was in prison, they were in a room. Daniel in the lion's den was in a room. Noah in the ark, built the ark, it was a room. Somebody help me. Jonah was in the belly of the fish, it was a room. I came to tell you, whatever your situation is, I'm going to make it a room. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to cry this time. This time I'm going to open up my mouth and I'm going to pray to God. This room is going to be an inner room. There's no time to cry anymore. There's no time. You think that heartbreak was for nothing. I came to tell you that heartbreak was for the inner room to perplex your life. You stepped into an inner room bigger than your imagination. The next time you end up in a situation, don't think, oh, it's a situation. Baby, this is a room for me. I'm about to open my mouth. The next time I end up in a room, it's not going to be a funeral. I know you broke my heart and I'm supposed to cry, but the devil is a liar. Watch me pray myself through. Watch me go and pray. What do you do in the inner room? What do you do in the inner room? You don't have time to mumble and complain in the room. You don't have time to be cute and all that. You have time to open your mouth and say, Father, I need you. I need you now more than ever. I need you now. Yes. Every situation needs to become an inner room for you. I don't care what it is. It can be your family, it can be your school, but that situation better know you gotta be careful for me. I'm not to be played with. That's why the devil can come with these tricks, because you better know, devil, I have an inner room on the inside of me. I don't need a church, I don't need a house. It's something on the inside of me. So You have been wondering why it happened to you. You have been wondering, why wasn't me? Why was I the one? Why was I the one left with the pieces? Why did I have to pick myself up? Why was I with this misfortune? Why was I left in a deceitful place? I came to tell you, God was making. Somebody say the inner room. Do you ever think, let me say this, when you're in God, whatever situation comes your way is not a situation for anything. It's a situation for revelation. You're going to get revelation out of the situation, and it's going to teach you God is a healer. God is a provider. God is the present. I feel like preaching in this place. I said, God is. The inner the room, oh God. The inner the room, the deeper the cry. Oh, Shanda. The inner the room, the deeper the cry. I don't think you heard me. I said the inner the room, the deeper the cry. The inner the room, the deeper the cry. The inner, somebody help me. The inner the room, the deeper the cry. So cry all you want. If they want to break you down, let them. Because the inner the room, the deeper the cry, let them come. The inner the room. Somebody help me. The inner. Oh God, help me preach. So it doesn't matter. Oh God. This is why Paul says, I'm content in every circumstance. Why? Because the inner the room, the deeper the cry. My cry is going to deliver me. My cry is going to save me. I've got a cry on the inside of me. The room, listen, the room is preparing your cry. Because when God comes, you want to hear you cry. So the inner the room, the deeper the cry. The inner the... So it doesn't matter how in the room is. It doesn't matter how deep the room is. It doesn't matter what happens in the room. The deeper the room, thank God for the inner rooms. Thank God for the pit stops. Thank God for the lion dens. Thank God. I think of Joseph. Joseph was placed in a, oh my God, he was placed in a pit. It was the inner room. Noah built the inner room. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they found themselves, oh God, in a fiery furnace, which was a room. I came to tell you tonight, the inner the room, oh Shanda, the deeper the cry. Were you ever hurt so much that it was deep on the inside of you? But the inner that hurt, the deeper the cry. And the deeper the cry, the more you went deeper with God. So thank Him for that deep place. Thank Him for that inner place. That broken place. That place you don't want to talk about. The hurt and the betrayal, you don't want to talk about that because it's deep within you. But the inner, oh God, the room, the deeper the cry. The inner, oh God. I'm saying it because there's someone here with the inner hurt on the inside of you and you're asking yourself, why? But that's the very thing that God needs. Because the inner the room, the deeper.